Hello, my name is Sarah McIntyre and I'm the Director of Development at Sutherland Education. Today I'm going to take you through the safeguarding checklist and a few important points from the Guardian's guidelines and procedures.
So first of all, it is the Guardian's duty to safeguard the student by overseeing their activities and whereabouts in a parental fashion. No student may stay overnight elsewhere or have a friend to stay or travel well beyond your area without permission being sought from Sutherland Education first. It's also your duty to attend a parent-teacher meeting for your student and to report back to the SE office on their educational progress with particular focus on any special needs or significant points that the school raises with you. It's also important to email us each term a short report about how the hosting of your student is going and comment on such factors as interaction with your family, respect for your household rules and protocols, and any other helpful or interesting feedback. Do keep us in touch with all of that. It's really important for the well-being of the student and their experience for us to have all the correspondence copied into us. Any emails concerning them that you've written, that the school has written, texts to parents, faxes, forms, all the information really on the student needs to come to us. If you have any difficulty converting files, such as trying to take a WhatsApp message from your phone and email that to us, just get in touch with the office and we should be able to assist with that. In a general way, we want you to ensure that the immediate needs of the child are met as well as possible, and if in difficulty, please, there's nothing else to do but contact the office if you're in any doubt at all. All guardians are encouraged to check in with parents about flight details for the beginning and the end of term well in advance. On an administrative point, financially, expense forms must be received by the SE office by the 21st of each month. Any expenses over £50 must have prior authorisation by SE. So the next points that I'm going to draw your attention to are for those host families particularly who are looking after day students. First of all, it's your duty to make appropriate travel arrangements to and from your home to the school or to the airport, and to engage authorised school taxis or our SE drivers, or if you're driving the student yourself, to make sure that your insurance company has been notified. So they're important points there. You must use authorised allocated drivers and taxis. It is your duty to visit your student's school at least once a term, and also to establish and maintain good contact with your student's parents, either by email or by them calling you. Do check the school calendar for exeat weekends, half-term holidays and other important dates. And do contact the students, the parents, the house parent as necessary to arrange transport. Please complete an exeat form for including all the details at least 1 week before each exeat weekend and holiday, and send a copy of that exeat form to the house parents, the parents overseas, and of course to us in the office. Communicate the specific details to your student and please do send a travel form to us and the office, even if the student is not staying with you. So we must make sure that the child is travelling safely to their home country, for example, or know where they are if they are staying somewhere else, or if it's an exeat weekend or half term and they are not staying with you. So we need to know where the students are at all times. And now the question, what is your legal status as a guardian? Please understand and remember that the term guardian has no legal status. It is a term of convenience rather than a legal term. In fact, we would be better described as educational guardians. For this reason, anything that needs parental consent cannot be signed or authorised by you. So you must always get parental consent in writing via a fax or an email or a letter at all times. And of course, if in doubt, contact the office. I'm now going to talk about student supervision. The golden rule is know where your student is at all times. When they are being hosted by you in your home, then of course they must abide by your house rules. When your student is leaving to go somewhere else, make sure that you have their mobile phone number and that they have your mobile phone number plugged into their phone. Remind your student that they should be keeping in touch with you if there are any sudden changes of plan, and make sure also that plugged into their phone and to your phone is our emergency contact number, which is of course 0777 4646 886. With regard to curfews, these are naturally age dependent, so the slightly older children is allowed out slightly later, but see specifics on page 13 and 14 of your guidelines. Remember, students are not permitted to stay overnight anywhere, even with parents, unless there is prior permission granted by Sutherland Education. The ECM agenda, that's Every Child Matters agenda, was a government initiative in 2003 to ensure that all children could be healthy, stay safe, enjoy and achieve, make a positive contribution, and achieve economic well-being. All our efforts in safeguarding are to ensure that the child can experience this kind of flourishing. Of course, what would get in the way of that human flourishing is several kinds of abuse. It is the job of all SE personnel and those employed in the looking after of SE students to try and spot and prevent abuse. So what is abuse? Abuse is mistreatment by any person or persons that violates a person's human and civil rights. Abuse can take so many different forms, from physical abuse to psychological abuse to sexual abuse, neglect and acts of omission, financial or material abuse, discriminatory abuse, organisational abuse, domestic abuse, modern slavery, and self-neglect. And of course, one of the biggest new phenomenon of our age is online abuse. I'd like you, if possible, to take time to look at the various descriptions of abuse, because some of them may be seem very obscure or very unlikely or something that you've never thought about. So if you can look at pages 34 to 39, these really highlight all the things to look out for and the nature of abuse. For keeping a child safe in your home, please see Appendix A, which gives an example of a safe care policy document outlining the basic safety procedures and guidelines for your home.
Thank you for taking the time today to listen to some of the safeguarding checklist and the guidelines and procedures. And remember, if you have any doubts, just call us at the office. Thank you.